Okay. 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 Let's let's do this the best we can. Let's try to be professional here. Says the guy with no editing skills. Well, not editing skills, no editing tools. Ah, okay. Disney. It's weird. Uh, two shows I have watched. I'm watching on their Disney Plus, thanks to a friend of mine. And I thought, okay, let's go into this with an open mind. You know, I've seen the previous Star Wars stuff. It's a little lackluster, honestly. But I thought, hey, they screwed up Han. Maybe Ben Kenobi could be a good thing. And I've heard about that for a year, like the past 4 years, I think. And then we finally get one. I'm like, okay, cool. So we bring back all the actors. We do the show, and it doesn't make a lick of sense because it's contrived drama. Because you already have the established timeline, then we have to add things in there and make character be blah. It just turns into blah, and I'm like, how would you have known that? You can't set up something before. You can't write in something before. Like, how would you have known that? And this is rather convenient. And shouldn't you be, practicing all this time, Kenobi? Oh, well, I'm in hiding. You're in hiding in a desert. I'm pretty sure you could practice. So yeah, it's this long convoluted thing. It's not really worth watching. It tries to keep the drama, but the twists and turns and schemes within schemes is stupid. This is like something a 12-year-old would come out with half decent talent. Like, you had a good idea, but execution of that is flawed. I find your lack of talent disturbing, Disney, honestly. So enough about that. Trust me, it's just stupid. I'll see it to the end, of course, but quite frankly, this is just like not a recommendation saying, watch that for entertainment value. Nostalgia alone, maybe. Logic, no. Okay, so Miss Marvel, ha! A little, a teenage, if I remember correctly, Muslim character from New York who is a bit heavyset is a big fan of Captain Marvel. There's your premise. Now, who is this said character? Oh, it's Miss Marvel from the comics. You remember her? The one that actually looks like she's in her her weight class and actually has superpowers. Thrust upon her that she can't exactly revoke. No, we get a I dislike the body positiveness of when people try to say, but it's okay. Yes, it's okay for the moment, sure. But at some point, you have to actually do exercise. You have to actually go out there, do something. You have to train to be a superhero. You can't just be a superhero. You gotta go out there. That requires burning a few calories. Which I hope they bother to address by the end of this, but I'm still holding out hope for that. Everything else about this show is it just feels cringe. It just feels eye roll. I remember earlier in the week I was watching it, the new episode, while I was on the treadmill, and quite frankly, I kept pushing the skip 10 seconds button because it was like, come on, get on with it. I don't know where to begin with this character. It's like the Diary of a Wimpy Kid for superheroes, and it's like, I am a big dreamer. Oh, look, I stumbled across superpowers. Cheat code. Ah, yes. It's from the bracelet, but it's not really from the bracelet. It's from me now. And I'm like, okay. So the powers come from her then. Then why is she still wearing the bracelet then? If it's some sort of activation thing. It's not really explained. Okay, sure, fine. We have no clear-cut villain. There's no antagonist. It's just her training a little bit and getting so good at it. Oh, and she meets the finally gets to interact with the boy of her dreams, and he actually kind of likes her. He wants to take her out, driving lessons and befriending her. That just seemed way too easy to me. I've been through high school. Nobody's ever that open, especially to a non-popular person. So I thought with the car rides was, oh, he's setting her up to be a getaway driver or something. I thought, because clearly this has to be a setup. This reeks of intent on his part. But she's too busy being Gaga, of course. So the story continues. Like we see her at the school. We see her at, like we said, see her at the school. We see her at the mosque or temple, whatever have you, and we see, okay, this is the day in life and all this. We could have had that in the first 20 minutes, but it's in 2 episodes. It's segregated in 2 episodes. Majority was in episode 1 for the school, and the majority of the second was in episode 2. We didn't need that in episode 2. We could have just had that in episode 1. Establish your character, day in the life of your character before the superpowers. Her life hasn't really changed since then. She's just like, I have a secret. And then I'll be a superhero at some point. So she gets to do her first superheroing. And I swear to God, these American agents, FBI, whatever, government agent people, I swear they just annoy me because there's no professionalism there. There's all this goofiness. It's like Spider-Man No Way Home again. It's like, I really don't want to hear that. I really don't. You know? And it's just because they're trying to get information from the popular girl because, well, you saw her. Didn't you see her? Well, she was wearing a mask. It's like, yes, but we could clearly tell she's kind of tanned. So clearly we're trying to figure that out. Like, if you already know that, why are you asking her? She has as much to know about that girl than anybody else there. But you chose her because, well, she's